Boy, it gives me, it makes my heart palpitate a lot. When you think about the sheer number of how many players have played in the game and how many players get to this point in their careers and get to have a Browns bust and a jacket and a gold ring and all the things and what the Hall of Fame is all about, I can't even explain it because it's astronomical what it means. Yes, it's a validation of what you did on the field, but when you look at the sheer numbers of everything, it's less than 1% of everybody that's ever played the game and has ever came through an NFL team, or there's more than 6,500 kids that play football every single year, and there's only 287 that get that distinction. It's pretty special. I mean, I'm probably going to say this in my speech, it's next to having my kids, it's probably pretty close to number one. It's changed tremendously. I think, I've always gotten great vibes and feedback from people that I played against and have watched me play, and again, from my peers and coaches and other players. It's changed, when you put HOF behind your name, they look at you a little bit differently than they did before. And for whatever reason that is, again, stats and all that, they speak for itself, but those three letters in anything, especially at this level, really puts you in an upper echelon of athletes all over the world. And it's changed a lot. More people want to talk to you. More people come at you. There's more people coming out the cracks. But I think I look at it as it's an honor. It's definitely an honor to have this. The representation of the Hall of Fame and what it means is an honor for me. And my classmates that I'm going in with, I'm sure they would say the same thing, that to get to this point is not only a tribute to what you did on the field, but it's the people around you that made you the way you are, your family, your friends. Really, that's what really molds you as a person and what really kind of lays the foundation for you. Well, I was taught values really early, in an early age, when I started playing at 8 years old by my dad. Very stout, strong-minded guy, construction worker, knew the value of what hard work meant, never quitting, perseverance, having respect for your opponents, having respect for other people. I mean, all these things as an adult now are really coming to the forefront of what, not only what I've done in my professional career, but what I'm going to do afterwards. Because if you have those values, you can do anything in life. And if I have to attribute my career to what I did on the field, it's those values that really kind of were at the forefront of what I did. And I will always use those values. I use them with my kids and other people. I talk to other kids, other football players, other high school kids. That's kind of my foundation. And you work hard, you're going to get something out of it. If you put in 100, you'll probably get 100% out of it. Well, again, the respect for my teammates. We went to 4 straight Super Bowls and we won a lot of games in a lot of years, but that wouldn't have been possible without the accountability we had for each other, number one, on the field and off the field. We really believed in what the coaches were doing. We had a great Hall of Fame coach in Marv Levy, Hall of Fame owner, and we really, again, we knew each other on the field, but I think of how we knew each other off the field really made us better football players, because we became to know each other as people, not just as guys with helmets and shoulder pads and spikes on. We kind of knew each other's families. And I think with all the other guys, all my teammates that are here in the Hall of Fame now, the family atmosphere was better than anything. And we're still close to this day. We always will be. So I'd have to attribute it to that, definitely. A lot of pride, because I was a high school quarterback and I always handled the ball. And when I got to college, it was a time where the coach said, well, we have a pretty good quarterback right now. We need some help at wide receiver. And I was like, well, I came here to play quarterback. And he says, well, we know you can run. We know you can handle the ball. We need some help at wide receiver. Can you help us out on that end? And the late Gino Calcagni said that to me, and I said, as long as I can play and I can help the team win, I'll do anything you need. And that was the beginning of a Hall of Fame career at the end of it. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was with the Chiefs this year, coaching with Andy Reid, and they gave me a great opportunity to give back to the game and teach other kids. They're at training camp this year, and who knows what's going to happen after that. I still would love to do that, but I had a lot of fun. It was different being on the other side of the ball, so-called, as a coach than a player, because you see a little bit from a different perspective of what the game is about. As a player, you're just worried about your task and how to get better and all that kind of stuff. But as a coach, you're kind of out there. You're watching everybody. So I got the opportunity to do that, and hopefully, down the road, if everything's right, I can continue to do that. The comeback game in '93 against the Oilers probably was the most memorable game from a team standpoint. But from an individual standpoint, it's pretty high up there. And I probably would have to say that because I scored 3 TDs in 1 minute and 17 seconds, and it was kind of, the ball started rolling for the comeback. And just the electricity of the fans and the team, and oh man, it was just, they played every year during playoff time because it's such a motivational thing for other teams and other players. But there's been a couple other games. I caught 15 one game and all this other stuff. But that one, because of the team aspect of it and the way it happened, it's probably the most memorable time. Just to really tell the fans of the game, friends and family fans, that I love the game. My passion for the game was you couldn't measure it, and to be at that podium and talking to your family, and then you have 5 teammates behind you, and I'm right in between all them. It's going to be a special time because those times you let your heart out and the emotion takes over. It'll be a very emotional time because I'll think about a lot of people that were on my journey and a lot of people that helped me on this. And I definitely didn't do this by myself. Through the good and the bad, you always have somebody there to pat you on the back and then somebody to scold you and tell you you're not doing something right too. So again, it taught me a lot about life. It taught me about never giving up. And again, I tell my kids that all the time, that no matter what you do in life, if you put your best foot forward, you can do anything you want to do. And I'm a prime example of it. A little kid from a small town, little blue-collar town that just, had a dream and didn't let anybody step in front of that dream. So anybody can do it.